Hi guys, and welcome back to Epic Bakes. Today I'm making something for dinosaur lovers, Jurassic Park inspired birthday cupcakes. Firstly, I will show you how to make these epic Jurassic fondant cupcake toppers. To texture the dinosaur skin, I will be using this clever leather effect embossing rolling pin. If you don't have one, don't worry, you can put together a couple of straws and texture the fondant making circular impressions all over it. I am using a brush pen filled with water to glue things together, and you will need a circular cutter a little bit smaller than the diameter of your cupcakes. Dust the surface with cornstarch and roll out thinly the green fondant. Once rolled out, run your embossing rolling pin across. Make sure you apply even pressure to it throughout to get a very clear impression. Cut out the circle first as a base for your topper. Cut off uneven edges and split remaining fondant in half. Fold the fondant over along the edge and then fold it again halfway through on one of the fondant pieces and set both of them aside. Now for the center of the dinosaur eye. Pick up a piece of yellow fondant, roll it into a ball and flatten the edges. Stick it in the center of your round base, and to add some depth to it, I am using edible pigment dust to add some orange shading around the eye. Next, you will need a small piece of black fondant to make a pupil. Roll it into a ball, then elongate it with pointy edges for that reptile look, and stick it in the middle of the yellow piece. Now for the fun part. Brush some water or edible glue around the eye. Use 2 pieces of fondant prepared earlier to drape them around the yellow center to form eyelids. Use the fondant with extra fold on top. Once you are happy with the position, use your circular cutter to cut off the excess. To add more depth and authentic look to the skin, I am using my powder pigments again and brushing on a mix of green and black to emphasize the creases in the skin around the eye. And finally, to bring my dinosaur eye to life, I am using Wilton White icing coloring to add a sinister glint to the eye. The cupcakes I'm making will be to celebrate an 8th birthday, so I'll emboss some more green fondant to cut out the H to match the style of my dinosaur eye topper. This time, I am using yellow fondant circles as my base, texturing them with a tool to resemble an eye. For these cupcakes, I ordered some edible prints on an icing sheet. You can get them on rice paper too, but I prefer icing as it's much easier to work with when using water or edible glue. I am using a sharp scalpel and a cutting mat to cut out the dinosaur head. Icing sheet printouts come on a transparent plastic backing, so cut out your design first before peeling it off. Back to our topper. I am now rolling a red piece of fondant into a long strip for the border. Before sticking it on, I brush some orange edible pigment dust onto the yellow circle to keep in with the dinosaur eye style. Once the border is stuck on, I can position my number 8 in the center top part. Next, I want to add some leaves on the bottom of the topper. To do that, I need to roll out some green fondant and cut out my leaves using rose petal teardrop shaped cutters. To add realistic look to my leaves, I am using the silicone leaf veiner to texture the leaves. I then arrange the leaves below number 8 and to cover the joint line in the red border. Last but not least, I'm sticking my raptor face onto some yellow fondant and positioning it on the topper so it looks like it's peeking from behind the leaves. And for the final touch, my edible pigment dusts are out again to make the leaves more fit for a Jurassic theme. My cupcakes are to celebrate Erin's birthday, so similar to what I did for the topper with her age, I am also adding her name, cut out of leather embossed green icing, onto one of the toppers, with some more Jurassic edible icing printouts. To keep the design uniform, I'm adding few leaves to this topper. Here's what we have so far. You can see how well these work together. 2 more styles to go to complete my design. Next on my list is a dinosaur claws topper. For this one, you will need a rolled up piece of kitchen paper to support the final design while it sets. To start with, you need some green fondant. Split it in 3 and roll out each piece and use a ball tool to make an indent on one end. This is where we are going to fit our claws. Once done, emboss each piece with the leather look roller and join the 3 pieces together at the end with no indentation from the ball tool. And finally, for the claws, you need some white fondant split in 3, roll out each piece into a tear shape and stick it into each finger, in the indent you made earlier with the ball too. My claws are really long, so for them to set properly, I need to use a cupcake case for extra height. As a final touch, add some black edible dust to make the claws look more authentic. And now, time for my last topper design in this set. This time, I'm using red fondant for my base and green textured fondant to make the border. I also have some more edible printouts that I cut out and stuck onto some icing to give it more thickness. To finish off this design, I am adding few leaves shaded with some edible pigment dust. Here's some chocolate cupcakes prepared earlier, ready to decorate. I have filled these with chocolate sauce to make them extra indulgent and moist. You can use any cupcake recipe of your choice for this. I also love to use these tulip paper cupcake cases. They stick up above the cupcake, adding another interesting factor to my overall design. To start with, I am piping out some buttercream roses using a large open star piping nozzle, holding the back straight and going in a circular motion starting in the center and moving outwards. I make my buttercream using 250 grams of room temperature unsalted butter and 400 grams of icing sugar mixed together with a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Once all roses are piped out, I am adding some dinosaur themed sprinkles to my cupcakes. Now for the best part. Decorating cupcakes with my toppers. I like to prepare the toppers a day earlier so that they have time to set and hold their shape. Arrange each topper on top of the cupcakes any way you like. I am putting mine on a side and at a slight angle to leave some of the buttercream roses and sprinkles visible for that extra touch. And to finish off, there is never too much sprinkles, especially when they go so well with my theme. And that's it, done. As always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making these cupcakes. Leave a comment if you have made anything dinosaur related before. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more epic bakes videos.